Hello traders, welcome to this week's weekly Forex focus trade Forex with Gabe. We will be looking at trade setups and market opportunities for May 1st to May the 5th. Last week we had a fantastic results from the analytics. I trust you all, took advantage of those analysis. Well, let's look at what this week has for us. As we see, this week has a lot of interest rate decisions. So this could potentially increase the risk in the market, but well, we will be breaking all of that down for you. Starting off with the economic calendar, on Monday, we have some bank holidays across Europe, and with an ISM news on the US dollar. On Tuesday, we have an interest rate decision on Australian dollar, where we are expected for them to keep the interest rate stable at 3.6%. Then on we also have the Joe's job opening reports coming up same Tuesday, and on NZD we also have employment change, which will also be coming up same day. Now, on Wednesday, we will be having the FOMC, an interest rates decision on the US, where the Fed are expected to hike interest rates by 0.25 basis points. We'll see all of that, how the market opportunities this may present across pairs. And then on Thursday, follow through, we will be having an ECB interest rate decision also, where we expect them to also raise interest rates based on speculation. Now on Friday, we have unemployment NFP news that will be coming out. So you see pretty much this week is packed and loaded with a lot of interest rate decisions. But as always, let's look at what the the market has for us following our strategy. So we usually look at the currency strength meter, and this is what the currency strength meter is looking at on a forward rolling basis. What's the strengths of the individual currencies are looking at. Now, this may not make too much meaning until we pan it with last week, so we can see which will be the best pairs going into the week. But as it is, you may see CHF still coming out as the strongest pair, JPY as the strongest weakest pair. But panning it out with last week, we can begin to now make deductions what currency pairs are gaining more strength and which ones are losing. So you'll see that from last week, which was April 24th to 28th, we had the CHF on 4.2 strength, but you see this week it's dropping, so it's losing steam. So it means market opportunities are drying out on that particular pair. And also on Japanese yen, you can see what we have here. We have last week it was 2.3, this week is 4.4. So when we are looking at the best pairs that had a increase in a net potential change or net change, you will see we have GBP from last week was 0.8, but this week it has moved up to 2.3. And Japanese yen, we just looked at, moved from negative 2.3 to negative 4.4. So it's really declining in strength. And then we also have Australian dollar, which last week was negative 1.5, now is moving to negative 2.9. So my best pairs will be to pair up the positive pairs to the weakest pairs. Okay, so let's look at let's look at the best pairs to trade this week. Okay, so looking at the trades for this week, I will be looking to trade GBP JPY, GBP NZD long, GBP AUD, but of course remember we have the interest rate decision on Australian dollar, so be careful on that. We also have AUD USD. I will be telling you why I like this pair. Also, we have interest rate decision on both pair, which is on Australian dollar and also on the US dollar. We have GBP USD. I'm looking to go long on it, but of course it's also affected by interest rate decisions. So let's look at how all of this is looking on the chart. So starting first off, let's look at the dollar index, because we are having interest rate decisions coming out on this pair for the week. And pretty much you see we have not really moved anywhere on the dollar pair for the last let's say 2 weeks, just been hovering around same spot, no breakouts, and no significant, well, there's been significant move, but you can see on the generally we've been on same spots for the last 2 weeks. I trust with the interest rate decision we could begin to gain traction on the United States dollar. Okay, and let's look at GBP USD. Is one of the pairs we spoke to look at. So on the heels of getting a weaker dollar, I expect pounds to rally up, because pound is coming out as the strongest currency for the week. So prior to FOMC, I expect to see some rally in pound towards the 1.2656. Now this is it has some significance. It could potentially give us close to 95 pips if we see this rally or pan out as we anticipate, seeing that the market structure also favors that. We've been having the higher highs, higher lows. So I really believe that the pounds will be able to push through towards this next key point or in our targets. Now look at this. This is the next point of resistance. So price will naturally want to retest that level before making any new move. So this is my target for GBP USD. Now most traders really like to trade Euro USD, so I've included it in the pairs I will be analyzing for the week. And when you look at it, something really interesting is happening. We have an interest rate decision on USD on Wednesday, and on Thursday we have the ECB rate decision. Again, if you look at it, pretty much not much is happening on this pair. We have been hovering and forming a triangular pattern, which shows great indecision in the pair. So what I would like to see in this pair is to wait for the breakout. Okay, if you understand how to trade chart patterns, you will know this is a triangular pattern, and what we need to wait for is to see the breakout from this pattern. Now whatever be the breakout, all you need to do is to get the base of the triangle and project it to that level. So wherever the breakout is happening at, you just take the base of the triangle. I think it's should be from here, yeah, and put it there. You will get your profit targets whichever way. So for Euro USD, this is not coming out as top priority. One of those trades, I would say it has fantastic opportunity. I would like to see that there will be a breakout first to give me a nice setup leading into the week. Australian dollar, United States dollar. Now another pair that has two interest rate decisions to affect it in the trading week. Now, if you look closely on this pair, let me take you to the higher time frame. So what we have here is a market structure to the downside. So what I'll be looking to see, really, if you recall, Australian dollar has strong weakness. Let me just take us there. It has a very negative net change from 1.5 moving down to negative 2.9. So Australian dollar is coming out as a weak pair for me. So even if we have what do you call it, the interest rate decision, I still believe that it will favor market structure. Now somehow, some way, interest rate decisions still have a way to ensure that these patterns work out the way they've been structured. So we may have some whipsaws, but eventually we'll still get to see the breakout and price going towards the direction. So not to be in a haste, wait for the wait for the breakout on this particular pair. It's you could think it's really tight, but look at that. First level is about 61 pips. Now, if we see that breakout on H4, you will see the exact what the profit target for this would be, which is about 200 pips down. So this is the next point of targets for me on Australian dollar, United States dollar. Now, moving on to the pairs which don't have interest rate decision, GBP, NZD, very interesting pair. I'm looking to go bullish on this pair. Last week it was an interesting trade for us on this pair, and we saw how price, raised higher. But although it didn't achieve our target, but we could see we had that push up. Now going into this week, I'm still looking to be bullish on this pair, but I'll wait to see the breakout on this from this key level. Once we see that breakout, our target is the 2.0424 level. So we could see a break, but don't worry. If we break to below the triangular pattern here, we will just see price come down to test the lower boundary of the channel before we could see the final breakout towards the 2.0424 level. Now, another interesting pair I mentioned is the GBP AUD pair. Now, this pair also last week gave us some really nice momentum push to the direction we had seen. Going up to this week, I would like to see some correction. I'd like to see some correction. Who knows? Probably this correction will stop here, or maybe it will make a retest, but I don't believe it will come all the way down here. If we were to use the Fib rules, Fibonacci tools, we could see that, yeah, potentially we could see some correction to the 38.2 or to the 50 level before we begin to make that push up. But my forecast is to see GBP AUD push up to 1.9180 level. Now, best pair I have, oh my goodness, has already made a touchdown. Wow, wow, wow. Now, this was a pair I was hoping to trade, but this analysis, I did this over the weekend, but of course, this is early Monday morning, and you can see already we have that push towards our target. Last week, this pair was really, really a fantastic pair to trade, and here we have it's already breaking the target for the week. Well, we have one more push towards the 173.15 level, but market don't move in one direction. We could potentially begin to see some correction before the next push, to our next key level. Okay, so this is it, traders. This is where we'll be drawing the curtain. So watch out for those interest rate decisions. This it promises to be a very volatile week, so it will be a week that I don't expect you to be a superhero trying to trade all your favorite markets, Euro, USD, and the co. Just watch out and ensure you're going in at the best timings as markets presents itself, and be minimal on those risk exposures. Okay, from me, this is signing out. I wish you a fantastic trading week, and above all, preserve your capital. Until next week, have a great trading week. Bye-bye.